Hello there my little sugar ones and welcome back to my channel. I am Elfin and today I thought we would watch a little video together. I came across this video I think last week or something, and I posted it on Facebook, so some of you have probably already seen it. And it is the weirdest fashion subcultures you won't believe actually exist. And the video is from the Taco and it was published October 28th, so it has been up for like over a month. And yeah, I thought it would be fun to watch this together and kind of react to it, even though I've actually already seen it, so it's not going to be much of a reaction really. But I'm gonna react to it anyway, and let's watch it together. And we're not going to watch the entire thing because I don't know so much about all the styles, but I thought we would watch a little bit of it. So let's watch.
Lolita. This next subculture is so bizarre, many people aren't too sure what to think about it. It originated from Japan and it's simply known as Lolita. Participants of this movement channel their inner Queen Victoria by wearing really extravagant costumes every single day. It looks like they're playing dress up, but when they step outside in their elaborate and frilly dresses, they mean business. On any given day, you'll see them wearing petticoats, high-collared dresses, and bonnets while carrying colorful parasols. There are different subgenres within this movement, but they all share the same vision. They have an intense love for old-school Victorian fashion. They really remind us of living, breathing dolls, and that's the exact look they're going for. Even though their outfits look a bit uncomfortable, many Lolitas have a lot of reasons why they dress up in these creepy costumes. The movement began when women in Japan wanted to find a way to express the rejection of cultural stereotypes. Through their Lolita style of dress, they feel they are proclaiming their independence from the oppressive standards they once faced. Knowing the reason behind their get-ups makes us admire them even more. We aren't the only ones who are mesmerized by the Lolitas. The trend is now popular all over the globe. Don't be surprised if you run into a Lolita dressed up in a baby doll dress in your hometown. Sentai. Okay, if you thought...
Creepy? Well, I wouldn't say that Lolita is creepy, but I kind of understand why you say that, but it's not a nice thing to say to someone about their clothing. You don't say that unless they're trying to be creepy. Inner Victorian, yeah, yes, but we are not weird, and it's not dress up. This is our clothes, this is our style, and we don't really think we are weird. And that was kind of offensive things to say. I do not appreciate that, not a bit. Yes, but let's continue to the next one, and yeah.
Shironuri. No,
Shironuri.
these people aren't dressed up in Halloween costumes. This is actually what they look like each and every day. They were part of the Shironuri subculture that revolves around making your appearance as pale and as white as possible. It's no secret that many Asian countries favor white skin, but this might be taking things a bit too far. These people are called Shironuri. The term actually translates to painted white in Japanese. Their group of mainly female participants loves to cake the white powder on their faces until they look like ghosts. But unlike other popular subcultures such as the Harajuku girls, the Shironuri aren't fans of parading their style around town. Many members of this group prefer to stay away from the public eye. Maybe they just don't want to be ridiculed, or perhaps they're just shy. When they do venture out and make a public appearance, they show off their style in their Japanese stage paint while rocking traditional kimonos. They don't have strict guidelines when it comes to clothing. So if one member didn't feel like wearing her kimono one day, she wouldn't be looked down upon. Some of the women in this subculture like to pull elements from various styles to create their own unique look. The only thing they're all required to do is to cover any of their visible skin in heavy white makeup. Their makeup of choice is made from rice powder, and it was traditionally worn by geishas.
Okay, so I'm not a Shironuri expert, but I really like the Shironuri makeup and style and the art of it. And I know that the white face, that typical Shironuri white face, is inspired by the geisha makeup and the kabuki makeup that's been a tradition in Japan for a very long time. And the Shironuri artist Minori, she said that she didn't really like her face. She told that in an interview, and she felt like if she painted her face white, it became a canvas that she could create art on. So it is a piece of art, and with Minori, she likes to get influences from the nature, but I have never seen Minori or any Shironuri wearing a kimono, not in the traditional way. So I don't really know where they're getting the kimono part from. That's kind of weird, and they are not trying to look like ghosts, and this is just weird, plain weird.
You're not tired of hearing about
Okay,
Japanese
so
subcultures
next one.
just yet, because we have another one to add to the list. Visual kei represents a style of
Visual
music
kei.
and a way of life. In this subculture, music artists and their fans all take part in wearing costumes. They look like sort of a mishmash of Lolitas, goths, anime characters, and rockabillys all wrapped into one. Sounds pretty crazy, doesn't it? And like other subcultures on our list, the members of this group don't keep their get-ups in the back of their closets. There is no waiting until they need to wear them for a special occasion. They're dressed in their full garb, whether they're dropping off a package at the post office or meeting up with friends for dinner. The members of this group are both male and female. The women wear scarves in their hair, while the men have a thing for skin-tight jeans. It's all a part of their glam rock aesthetic, with their huge, exaggerated hairstyles and a tremendous amount of makeup. The inspiration from their appearance is from the Western rock era of the 80s. Although the 80s ended years ago, visual keys aren't ready to leave this style of clothing behind. Today, visual kei music, which is kept alive by music groups such as X Japan, is still considered one of the most influential urban subcultures in the country. Ganguro girl.
Well, visual kei. Lolita actually comes from visual kei, and visual kei can be so many things. It's more like an umbrella concept for many different styles and things. It's music and art. I mean, it's how can you make something that complicated and big and amazing sound so stupid and weird? I'm just amazed over how stupid this video is. I used to listen a lot to visual kei music, a lot kind of music. Like, I used to listen to the pop kind of songs, and with the really cute bands that dressed in pastels and really cute clothing. But now I'm more into rock and metal kind of visual kei, and they have a more like rock style to it, more edgy looking and more edgy sounding songs. But it's still visual kei, it's just very, very different. And well, that was just plain weird, I think. Plain weird. Kind of depressing. So next one is Ganguro girls.
But not least, we bring to you the weirdest subculture of them all. No, these aren't the rejects from the MTV
The
series
weirdest?
Jersey Shore. These are the Ganguro girls, and to understand why they're so tanned, we have to give you some background on how their style came to be. During the late 90s, Japanese women became obsessed with tanning their skin and applying foundation that was intended for dark-skinned women. The word Ganguro actually translates to blackface in English. Some believe those who started the movement were in love with African-American actresses and singers. so they donned the dark makeup to look like their favorite stars. A few years after this subculture began, it lost steam and many of its members abandoned the style. Tanning salons that catered to Ganguro girls, such as one place named Blackie, shut down due to lack of business. But this style of makeup finally returned, and Ganguro girls came back with a vengeance. These days, it's hard to miss them when they're out and about. Aside from their very deep tans, many of them also sport blonde, orange, or silver hair. They wear heavy eyeliner, white concealer, and fake eyelashes. Their clothing consists of mini skirts, platform shoes, and a lot of jewelry. Since the 90s, Ganguro girls have refused to conform to traditional Japanese styles, and slowly they've started to earn acceptance and respect throughout the country. Although the origins of this movement are a bit inappropriate, you've got to love the fact that they had the guts to step outside looking like this. That brings us to the end of our video. Did you enjoy learning about...
This video is inappropriate. No, Ganguro girls are not trying to be African American or trying to look like African American. No, you got it all wrong. These girls wanted to rebellion against the Japanese beauty standards, because the Japanese beauty standards, as most Asian countries, is white, fair skin and black hair. So what they did was they tanned their skin, so because they didn't want to consider it to be traditional beautiful, and they bleached their hair, and in some of these sub-styles they even colored their hair really bright colors, and this is just a mess. Like, are you kidding me? This is silly, this is stupid, this is insane. Why did you make this video? I'm really upset. Like, no, we got everything so wrong. It's just ridiculous. Like, what most of these styles have in common that comes from Harajuku is they do not want to be traditional. People want to find their own way and doing their own thing and not be traditional, and they want to go against the traditional beauty standards. So Lolita does that, Visual K does that, and Ganguro does that, and it's not weird, it's not strange. People have rebellion against the beauty standards everywhere, all the time, and this is how a subculture is created. And we are not weirdos, and I do not appreciate that someone that doesn't know anything about this does a video about it and just trash talk us. This is just stupid and insane, and I hate this video. I really hate it. I wish I could leave like 10,000 thumbs down because it's so freaking bad. And like, everything they say is quite offensive. Like, blackface, yeah. Japanese people are a bit weird sometimes. Yes, they do some things that are a bit questionable sometimes. And blackface happens sometimes, and rest of the world is not really happy about it, but you have to remember that Japan is a kind of country that's a bit different, and foreigners are not normal in the country, and black people are quite rare in Japan. But yeah, I don't say it's a good thing to do blackface. It's never a good thing to do blackface. It's always very inappropriate and bad. But Ganguros are not trying to do a blackface. They just don't want to be the traditional beauty girls with a fair skin. They just want to be themselves. So that is a really offensive thing to say, and it's very, very wrong. It's not true at all. Oh god, this video, I've been thinking about this video for days, and I've been really irritated and angry at it for several days. It is a big problem that people that doesn't know anything about our culture and stars are just ranting about it and making videos that is this bad and horrible, trying to educate the world about us and making us into a freak show. Like in the Lolita community, we are always trying to fight back against this. It has been a problem since the beginning of time, the beginning of Lolita, and we do not appreciate being talked about like this. Like, we don't like when you're calling us creepy, we don't like when you're calling us dolls, because that's not what it's about. We are not trying to be living, breathing dolls, we just want to be pretty and cute. And some of us wants to look like princesses, yeah, but not everyone, and everyone is doing this for a different reason. But oh, come on, I don't really know what to say anymore. After all these years of trying to educate the world, this is what they give us. I mean, if they could just had used Google, like Google is a thing, they could have found so much information about this instead of just making things up, because that's what it is. The entire video, even the other substyles that I don't know that much about, like everything sounds completely made up. And I really questioned pictures they have used in this video. It feels like they have just taken some really questionable pictures from Google. Like this one. What the fuck is that? Seriously? But what the hell is that? The girl is wearing something that looks a bit like a Lolita dress, but a kind of cheap Lolita dress. And her makeup is horrible. And I don't understand all the flowers on her face, and the pink wig and the blue hat. Just, what is going on? It feels like a mix match between different styles, and someone, it really looks like someone that does not know about anything about this style was like, hey, I saw a kind of weird picture and I want to do something that looks similar to this picture, and I just made something without knowing anything about anything. Like, really? What is that? Like, oh my god! Oh my god! Why? Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Okay, yeah. So this was seriously the most offensive video about the Harajuku fashions that I have seen in quite some time. I thought people were more educated than this. This is just horrible in every way. And I can't get over how bad this video is. So yeah, that was today's video, horrible as it was, but now it's finally over. Now you can continue with your life and pretend that this never ever happened. And thank you so much, my little darlings, for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye, my darlings.